Hello traders, how are you? Trader Tom here from Simply Forex, the channel created to help you conquer the markets. Today is Tuesday the 23rd of April, and as always we'll look back at yesterday's trades to start with. And if you stay till the end of the vid, guys, I'm also going to give you my trade ideas for today and the important news for today as well, so stay tuned. Let's start with yesterday then, and it was all about pound weakness. Okay, but it was difficult to get in on these pound pairs, and let's look and understand why. So euro pound was one of the trades we were looking at. Okay, we were in an uptrend. Okay, so we were looking to buy. All right, we had a nice big bullish green candle here, and we were just trying to take price further, potentially all the way up to this blue line. All right, that's the higher time frame target, these blue lines. Yeah, and the trade made sense, right? We was expecting maybe we get a bit of a retrace before we come higher, but price just shot off. Okay, and if we look at that on the H1, yeah, we just didn't really get an opportunity to trade it. So, there was this high here, and these candles were holding on to these highs. So these candles were telling me perhaps we'd have a bit of a retrace, maybe down to here, maybe even lower. But, the next candle just went bing, 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 and, price shot off. In hindsight, we could have got in on this candle potentially, all right? But even when I saw this candle, I still wanted a bit of a retrace before we come higher, because I want to retrace because I want to be able to hide my stop behind, potentially this low or these lows. All right. And we just never got the retrace. It just carried on. And then, slowly, overnight, it sort of come back to an area that we could be interested in. But then the problem is, look at the day candle. Yeah, there's a relatively large wick on that candle, which suggests price may come down lower. So yeah, didn't trade this, and not looking to trade this today either. And it's the same with the other pound pairs we looked at. So pound Canadian dollar. Actually, this one is still tradable, really. But we were looking to sell it. Okay, why were we looking to sell it? Well, just follow structure. Bang. Yeah, super duper downtrend, right? That's a technical term. So we was in an up, if we start structure here, we was actually in an uptrend here. It stopped making higher highs, which is always a red flag that structure is, that trend is slowing, if not changing. And then as soon as it breaks this low here, we have a change in structure. We're in a downtrend. And this is still interesting, guys, because if I zoom out, you can see yesterday's candle broke these lows here. All right. Now, we were trying to sell off the back of this candle from yesterday and come down and hit this blue target. And that's exactly what happened, right? But again, if we drop down to the H1, it was difficult to get in on this trade. Because again, there was this candle here, right, that broke these lows. All right. But we were still waiting for a retrace. When I saw this wick here, I was thinking, okay, potentially back into here somewhere, and then we can start selling. But again, yeah, pound had left the building just like Elvis. All right. And it just comes shooting down, and we just couldn't get in on the trade. And the final pound pair was exactly the same scenario. And this was pound US dollar. All right. If we look at the day chart, again, we were looking to sell it because we're in a downtrend. Okay. Again, guys, not rocket science what I'm showing you. We was in a downtrend. We had a nice big bearish candle here that broke these lows, and we were just trying to take price back down to this blue line. All right. This higher time frame target. Again, that's exactly what happened. And we've had a bit of a bounce off of that level, but it did hit the level. If we drop down to the H1, again, it was mixed candles, right? This is the H1, and we had this low here, and these candles were holding on to that low, right? And I was expecting a bit of a retrace potentially into here before we come lower. But again, it just shot off, bang, 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 and hit target. All right. And once it hits target, I'm not really interested for the rest of the day. And again, you could have started selling here with this candle. But then if I start selling here, right, I need to put my stop above this high. So I need to put my stop in here. And then this is my target. So my risk to reward just doesn't make sense. All right. So just couldn't get in on these pound pairs from yesterday. But we'll have days like that, guys. No problem. Just sit on your hands. That is a skill. Don't jump into trades that aren't there. Yeah, so that was yesterday. Let's take a look at today's trades now. Guys, if you enjoy receiving my analysis and trade ideas every single day, then please come join the channel. We'd love to have you. Subscribe to the channel right now. Smash that notification button so you receive an alert every time we post a vid. And if everyone could please smash the like button. Shukran, Dankashan, mercy. Thank you. Right, trades for Tuesday, the 23rd of April. Before we get started, guys, let me just mention a few things. If you haven't joined our trading community, then why the hell not? We've got traders in there sharing knowledge, experiences, trades, ideas. So come join our free Discord. All you need to do is create a username and we let you in. Simple as that. Secondly, we also got a promotion running on our VIP Trading Academy, which we are giving away for free right now. In there, I give you all of my trade signals every day. I give you all my tutorials with all my experiences from over the years, and you get direct access to me. Plus, we test drive strategies. You've got other VIP members sharing trade ideas. So much value in there, guys. Come check out the promotion. It's free at the moment. Next, guys, if you would like to show your support, your love for the channel, then you can become a Simply Forex YouTube member, and there's many perks for doing so. All right, so check it all out. It's all in the video description. And finally, do not forget the live stream, 8 a.m. New York EST time. Get yourself there, get your questions ready. We'll look at the live charts. Right, trades for today, for Tuesday. The catalyst for my trades are this. I am seeing Canadian dollar strength, and you'll see this in my trade ideas, and also seeing pound, this is yen weakness. So we're seeing CAD strength and yen weakness. All right. So if you bear that in mind, CAD yen, buying CAD yen makes a logical choice, right? So that's my first trade idea. Yeah, Canadian dollar strength, yen weakness. And why we're looking to buy Canadian dollar yen, we actually spoke about this in the live stream yesterday. So price was in a range. Yeah, you can see price has been ranging in between here. Yeah, buyers and sellers have just been fighting it out, and then bang, buyers have won the battle. Yeah, it's like Steven Seagal and Bruce Lee finally won. So we've got a break with this candle. We've got a break out of this range and a continuation of the uptrend, really, because this was in an this was in an uptrend before this range. Okay, and the uptrend has continued. So we're looking for buys. My next target is this blue line, and you can't quite see it, but it's going to be 113.50. There you go. You can see it now if I zoom out. I'm just going to the next psychological level. All right. So 113.50 is the target. If we drop down to the H4, there is clearly this really nice level here, right? This is the top of the range, right? So if I zoom back in now, if price does retrace all the way down to this top of the range, perhaps the moving average 20, we get a nice bullish reaction, I will start buying Canadian dollar yen. Okay, so that's more of a H4 trade. But if we drop down to the H1, yeah, it's, you know, it's still very bullish at the moment. Yeah, it is still in an uptrend. Okay, so what I might do, guys, is do the following. If price comes down into this gray zone and we get a bullish reaction, I'll start buying this pair. Okay, Or if it breaks these highs, let's say we get a candle that pushes through here, excuse my candle. If we get a candle that pushes through here, I'll also be looking to buy Canadian dollar yen like that as well. Just a continuation of H1 trend. All right, guys, so that's the first trade idea. Then while we're looking at yen pairs, the next yen pair I'm looking at, and we haven't looked at yen pairs for some time, is New Zealand dollar, Japanese yen. Okay, and this is just a continuation of this yen weakness. Now, again, let's check out this. So really, we are ranging between here and here. All right, a lot of yen pairs have been ranging. Now, if we just follow that range, I mean, there is some structure within the range, but really it's in a range. Okay, and this candle here, yeah, on some brokers it did, on some brokers it didn't, but the body of this candle just broke the high of this candle. All right, so arguably we're also in an uptrend here. Yeah? If we just follow structure, bang, yeah, it's just broken that high. Okay, so the idea is just to take it back up to the top of the range. And there's still, you know, 40, 45 pips to move into. If we drop down to, and also, guys, let's point this out. Look how bullish that candle is. Look at that wick followed by that candle. Yeah, there's a lot of buying pressure there. So there's a high probability it will make it to the top of that range. And this 92 psychological level is my target. I love a psychological level, and they are prices that end in 50 or 00. So that's the idea. If we drop down to the H1, how am I going to roll with this? So I'm going to do one of two things. This has already broken these last H1 highs, right? So there's already a continuation of H1 trend. So all I'm going to do, guys, if we zoom in a little bit now, is pretty much trade the first bullish H1 candle we see. Let's say price does this and we get a nice big bullish candle here. Yeah, I'm going to buy it. Hide my stop below here. All right, so that's the first trade idea. It could come all the way back down to these lows. Yeah, where you can see price has reacted many times in the past. And again, I would consider buying from this level once we get a bullish reaction. All right, so we'll keep an eye out for that, guys. And as always, I put all of my trade signals. If I'm going to take these trades, I put all of my trade signals in the VIP Trading Academy, which we are giving away for free if you sign up to one of our preferred brokers. All right, so check that promo out. It's free. Come do it. Is that even a phrase? Come do it. Anyway, next one. So remember I was talking about Canadian dollar strength. So my next trade is this Euro Canadian dollar. If we drop to the day chart, you will see, let's zoom in a little bit, that price has broken structure. And that's all I'm looking for, guys. The price, we just follow the highs and the lows. Sounds like life. Yeah. Bang, we're in a downtrend. We are getting lower highs, lower lows. We're in a downtrend and we've got a bit of room to move into before we hit this support here. Okay. At current price, it's only about 20 pips, but 20 pips is enough to make a nice profit in a day. Yeah, no problem with that. All right, so we're looking to sell it. We've also got a very bearish candle. There's a high probability that this is going to make it back down to these lows. And that's all we're interested in, is high probability trades. If we drop down to the H4, yeah, I wanted to show you the H4 so you can see this level. You can see these candles here as well. It reacted a little bit there. Okay, so this grey zone in here is important. If we drop to the H1 now, that's really where I want to trade from. Yeah, because I want to be with H1 structure. So H1 structure is like this right now. So if price retraces into here, we get a nice bearish reaction, I will start selling Euro Canadian dollar from in here. All right. So yeah, EURCAD sells as well. And also pound Canadian dollar sells. Okay. If we look at the day chart, I mean, This probably less so than euro Canadian dollar, because this is, if we look at the moving average 20, this is a little oversold down here. All right, but it has broken this level here as well. So gain follows structure. We're clearly in a downtrend. Just look at the selling momentum. Sellers, it's dropping like a stone. If I zoom out, I just want to take it to the next psychological level before we hit all this support. It could come down to 1.6800. Let's put another target in here. It could come down to there as well, guys. All right. I'm looking at this 6850 as my first target. If we drop down to the H4, let's drop down to the H1, because I want to be with H1 structure. Now, look at this. There's not much structure to talk about, really. But this is the last high here, which is why we have this grey support resistance zone. So if I see a nice big bearish candle, looks something like this, bounce off this level, I'll also consider selling pound Canadian dollar. All right, guys. So yeah, those are my 4 trade ideas for today. Let's take a look at the news now. So news for Tuesday, the 23rd of April, guys. It is a day of PMI. Yeah. So first bit of news we're interested in, these are all London GMT. 8:30, yeah, coming out of the euro, we've got PMI data. We've got manufacturing PMI, services PMI. So yeah, must be aware of that coming out of Germany. After that, guys, 9 o'clock, coming out of the euro, more PMI, manufacturing, composite, and services PMI. So must be aware of that. These are all going to move the euro pairs. After that, coming out of the UK, we have got UK PMI data at 9:30, composite PMI, manufacturing, services. So all of these are 3-star ratings, especially once they all come out at the same time. This can really impact any pound pair. These Euro group meetings are still going on, worth mentioning that. And then after that, guys, we've got the US PMI figures as well. So 245 coming out of the US, manufacturing, composite, and services PMI. So yeah, again, one big 3-star rating there. And finally, at 3 o'clock, we got new home sales coming out of the US as well. So a pretty busy news day because of all that PMI data. So must be aware of all that, guys. Guys, don't forget to join me for the live stream today, 8 a.m. New York EST time. Get your questions ready for me. We'll look at the chart, maybe even have a trade. Let's see. All right, guys, I'll see you later.